I'm Dave.
And I'm Tom.
And we are coming to you from Cinquain Cellars. And we are going to talk about our wine club shipment for June of 2024. We both made a Cabernet Sauvignon. Ours went into the Cinquain Cellars brand, and then Tom.
This is the Bajka Wine Company brand. Been doing it since 2013. I think a lot of you had it before when you come out to the Cinquain Cellars pickup parties. All these Cab Sauvignon grapes are coming off the Nagengast Estate vineyards, but we kind of took slightly different approaches to them, which resulted in some really interesting great wines.
So the 2018 harvest was a nice warm year, good ripening. We had a normal harvest, I think, that year, and the grapes got ripe to the point where we went to at early November when they were picked. Cinquain Cellars, we went through this normal process of de-stemming the fruit, putting them into fermenting bins, and fermenting them out until dry. It took about 2 weeks, and then we pressed them off and let them settle.
And for the Bajka Cab, we let it sit on the skins for a little bit longer during fermentation in a process that's called extended maceration. And then afterwards, we aged them in a combination of French and American oak barrels.
For the Cinquain Cellars, after we settled in the tank for another 3 weeks, we racked them onto French oak barrels, and we left those in the barrels for about 2.5 years before we started blending and tasting the barrels and blending for a final blend. And then for Bajka?
For Bajka, we did about the same, and then altogether they sat in barrel for almost 3 years before they went into bottling.
Right, and once we were ready to bottle, we racked them into tank about a month before we bottled, let them settle out again in the tank, and then we filtered through a very coarse filter, so we didn't want to strip the wine anymore. So it was just to clean up any debris that might have come from the racking that didn't settle out. And so it went into the bottle, and we've been in the bottle for about 4 years, bottle age, so they are ready to drink.
Ready to go. They're both 2018s, and yeah, super exciting. Great wines.
So the Cinquain wine is, it's a little more elegant to wine, a little more delicate fruit, softer on the finish. It has definitely the classic blackberry, blueberry fruit. It has a good structure, but it's more of a little bit more finesse, more of an elegant wine. And it'll age for several years. We think it'll age another 4 to 10 years and keep improving. So,
yeah, with the Bajka Cab, it'll have those similar fruity notes with the black currant and the dark cherry. And one of the things that we were really going for with the extended maceration is that it'll mellow out the tannin. So as it ages, you still get this strong character in the wine, but it's available to drink a lot sooner. It'll be really nice and approachable, and yeah.
I think from tasting them, the Bajka tends to be a little bit bigger of a wine. I think, in fact, it has, although it seems very, very soft and full-bodied, it has a lot of structure. So it comes across as a little bit more of a bigger wine, and it's aging beautifully. It's still a young wine. I think they're both still young wines, but they're both developing very nicely. Very distinctive wines. They're both different, and we hope you enjoy them.
Cheers.
Cheers.